How can homesteading practices such as food preservation, water care, etc., be organized into rotating responsibilities in a community? How do you prioritize those?
How do I prioritize responsibility?
Yep.
Keep people fed and watered, they'll stay. I mean, it's just like a dog, and that's probably the most lowbrow thing I can say. Is that when people are hungry, I mean, there's certain spiritual organizations that do this a lot in prisons. Um, you give person a piece of cake, they'll listen to whatever you say. So you want to
When
prioritize
they're starving.
either, because I have seen inmates who were not starving um, convert magically because somebody gave them a slice of apple pie. So that being said, you want to talk about priorities. Keep your people fed, keep clean water. Then after that, keep them warm, keep them as comfortable as it is allowed. And you're not always going to get that pillow top bed, but hey, a blanket goes a long way. Firewood goes a long way. When you have nothing, when you are walking with no shoes and in the snow and you're freezing, and somebody hands you a pair of wool socks, you are so thankful. You're amazed. There was
You're
a guy.
appreciative.
Yeah, one guy I saw walking down the highway and had no shoes, none, because him and his girlfriend are at the local park and she broke up with him and then ran off.
Biggest stuff and ran.
So nothing. This guy had no shoes, walking on hot asphalt, had no water. Okay, he went over to a neighbor of mine's house. She gave him, here's a bottle of water. Now, mind you, she kept her 38 in her pocket the entire time. But here's a bottle of water. Here's an old pair of shoes. He says it's the best Christmas I ever had. So until you have reached that level of, I don't want to call it poverty or
Desperation.
Desperation. That's a very good word. So use that for prioritizing how you're going to keep your facility running. If you have no Nintendo, you have no internet, you have no forms of entertainment, maybe the written word, and if you're lucky, you can be able to provide some music. But you keep them warm, you keep them fed, you keep them watered, like you would an animal. They'll stick around. Because why? They become dependent on that. They don't want to go back out in the cold. So priority, I would prioritize that above all else. And then people will defend you.